everyone, I'm Laura, one of the school partnership coordinators here at Cheshire College South and West, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Lowdown this lockdown. This week I'm joined by Millie and Amelia, who are two of our first year A-level learners from Shavington Academy, based at our Crewe campus. So Millie and Amelia, if you'd just like to introduce yourselves please and tell us a bit more about the courses that you're currently studying.
So hi, I'm Millie and I'm an A-level student here at Cheshire College South and West. I study history, media and textiles. So within history we have two modules, which are Britain and America. We learn topics such as 9/11, the American boom in the 1920s and British society in the 1950s. In media, we learn about different set texts from past and present time, and then learn how to analyse them and then develop our skill further by using different theories and developing like that. And then lastly, in textiles, it's a very practical subject and very creative. You learn about the fashion industry and different artists and designers, and you learn different skills to develop that further.
Brilliant. And Amelia?
Hi, I'm Amelia and I'm currently studying A-level law, history and politics at Cheshire College. In politics, we start off by looking at the historical development of the UK. Then we move on to look at democracy and political participation, as well as referendums and elections. Then we move on to the UK Constitution, looking at Parliament and the House of Lords, and really discussing and debating whether there should be an elected House of Lords. In history, like Millie said, we look at America from 1865 to 1920, really exploring the ways that the country went from being very isolationist to then all of a sudden becoming this world superpower through economic growth. In law, we look at the role of the judiciary, the different courts, the criminal court, the civil court, and the way laws in Parliament get enacted. It's a really interesting course and it's really interesting to look at the specific cases.
Brilliant. They all sound like really interesting subjects. And have either of you thought about your next steps, perhaps where you'd like to go, what you might like to do when you leave college?
I definitely want to go to university and study a mixture of media or fashion and like a bit of both.
Brilliant. And Amelia?
I also definitely want to go to university and study a combination of law and politics.
Great, excellent. So what made you choose to study A-levels at Cheshire College South and West? Amelia, do you want to answer this one first?
Yeah, there was a really great range of courses to choose from. I had never studied law or politics before, but having that option at the college was really great. You're also not restricted by different blocks in the same way that you might be at a sixth form. You can choose any range of courses, which makes it a really great place to study.
Brilliant. And Millie?
Definitely convenience for me, as it's in walking distance, and I also knew I have a friend in second year who had told me how good it was and how studying A-levels developed her from GCSEs to what she's doing now, and how it was just a great surrounding and great atmosphere.
Brilliant, thank you. So would you have said you've gained new skills since being with us in September? Amelia, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that starting with college, you're already gaining in confidence because you have to talk to new people and form new relationships. And then discussing and debating in class and having those conversations is really interesting. This was more challenging moving on to teams, but as time has progressed, it's definitely improved my confidence in the fact that we have to present online or we go into groups and work on projects, and I think that's a really important part.
Excellent, thank you. And Millie, what skills do you feel you've developed?
I think independence for me, as from high school to college there is quite a big jump as you're sort of left to your own devices, but not too much. Like, you still have support from your lecturers and PDTs, and they will get back to you whenever. And also, by doing online lessons 1 week in, 1 week out before this lockdown, I think the college did prepare us for doing online lessons fully, which also gained everyone's independence by working from home alone almost. And yeah, it's very helpful.
Brilliant. So how are you finding remote learning during this third national lockdown? So Millie, you've already mentioned that you were sort of used to that way of working since September, with the college timetable being the way it was. So Amelia, how do you feel?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with Millie. We were very prepared for it, and we still got that amount of support. We can still easily contact PDTs, which are our personal development tutors, or tutors from our lessons, and it's been really useful to still have that level of communication even though we're not in the college.
Yeah, excellent. Millie, have you got anything else to add to that?
I think having PDTs, you learn about different topics such as like mental health and going to university. So I think having that is an extra support, and you don't feel alone during this time. So you know that there is someone there to speak to.
Great, excellent. And obviously we're all in very different and difficult times at the moment. What advice would you give to those in year 11 that are considering A-levels at the college? Millie, do you want to answer this first?
Definitely, if you are considering it, just do it, because I don't think there's anything to like worry about or like be hesitant on. I think if you do think A-levels is for you, then it definitely is. And like I said before, you do have all the support, and you're not left on your own if you are online next year. And you just feel like you're in a classroom, but you're almost not, and it's just nothing to worry about.
Brilliant. Amelia, anything to add?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd also say everyone's in the same position, so you might be anxious, but don't worry, because everyone will help you and everyone will talk to you. Everyone wants to make those friends at college. I'd also say if you don't like one of your courses when you start, don't worry. I actually transferred from English literature to history in October, and this process was made easy by the staff of the college. So don't be afraid to speak up if that is something you want to do.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's really reassuring for, I think, those that are considering the college. If they're unsure of the options they've picked, or they don't like one of the subjects once they begin college, that there is that option to change should they need to. And it's about speaking up, and the right people will get that sorted for you. Brilliant. Okay, so we're asking everybody this question. How would you sum up your college experience to date in 3 words?
Millie and I discussed this, and we said it was an engaging, positive experience. All the hard work really does pay off at college, and there is so much support available.
Brilliant, excellent, I like that. Okay, well, thank you so much for taking the time today to speak with me. I really do think that what you've said will help others in a similar position to where you were this time last year. So thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.